Welcome to Iguazu National Park in Argentina. Today we're going to compare the Argentina side with the Brazil side.
Good morning. We are rolling our way through Puerto Iguazu on our way to the bus station so we can take a shuttle bus over to the national park, Iguazu Falls. I'm very excited. We stayed at a not so nice hostel last night. Couldn't really sleep that well, but it is 6:45 a.m. and we're up and ready to go. We made it in. There is a very large sign, humongous one might say, that says no drones with a big drone with an X through it. So we do have our drone with us, but I don't think we're gonna be able to use it, obviously.
Last night when we got into Iguazu, we were welcomed by the jungle and downpouring rain, and it wasn't gonna let up, and we needed to eat. So we went in the pouring rain to get dinner, and we were dripping wet, like just got out of the pool or the shower kind of wet. And today there's not much rain in the forecast, but you know, in the jungle, who knows?
It's starting to rain, we think. I'm not sure if it's that or the drizzle from the waterfall, but it's raining.
Oh my gosh!
So the animals that we just saw walking around and that are still walking around are called Coatis, and I don't know anything about them other than they're in the same family as raccoons, and they have kind of like a longer snout, a little bit like an anteater and a raccoon mixed together. We just started the lower trail. Saw some more coatis right before we started walking, but we're looking out for monkeys. Really want to see some monkeys. I've heard there's a lot of them, so they better show themselves soon.
Our plans for tonight include taking a bus back to Puerto Iguazu, and from there we will catch another bus and cross the border into Brazil. Brazil will be our 17th country together.
Good morning, we're here at the Brazil side of the falls. Let's head inside. We walked like literally 100 meters and we're already at this lookout to see the falls. They look awesome for me. One really cool part of the falls is that it comes with a complimentary glasses wash. We wanted to conclude this video by giving you our thoughts on both parks, as well as giving a recommendation for which park you should visit if you only have one day and the budget to visit one park. Ideally, you would visit both because, as you're going to hear, they're a little bit of a different experience from the Argentina side and the Brazil side.
The first thing that you should know about the parks is that Argentina's side is much bigger and has about 80% of the waterfalls, and Brazil is much smaller and only has about 20% of the waterfalls.
We spent an entire day in the Argentina side of the park and visited all but one of the trails easily. We spent about 8 hours there, so there is lots to do on the Argentina side, a lot of trails, a lot of nature, a lot of wildlife, a lot of views of the waterfalls. Whereas on the Brazil side, we only spent a half day and we saw everything that there was to offer.
The second point of comparison is that the prices are different for each park. The price for 2 people to enter the Argentina side of the falls was about $22 at the blue dollar rate. The price for 2 people to enter the Brazil side of the falls was $33.
The next point of difference between the two sides of the park is the views of the falls. So the Brazil side of the falls offered kind of panoramic views of all of the falls, versus the Argentina side had a lot of different snippets of a small group of falls versus seeing all of them at once.
In our opinion, because the Brazil side offered panoramic views of the falls, we think that the views were better on the Brazil side.
Also, I think that the close-up views of the falls was better on the Brazil side as well. When you go to the Devil's Throat on the Argentina side, you're kind of above the falls and you can see down, but there's a lot of water spray and it's just kind of gray water, versus on the Brazil side, you're at the bottom of one set of falls and at the top of another set, and you can see kind of both views. So we enjoyed the close-up views in Brazil a little bit better as well.
Another point, in our opinion, for Brazil is the food options. On the Brazil side, you had the option to purchase fried food or to buy access to a buffet. In addition, the Brazil side also had vegan and vegetarian options, which we did not see, or we didn't notice that it was specifically mentioned on the Argentina side. On the Argentina side, you mostly have access to what they call fast food, as it's labeled on the signs. That's pretty much all the park has in terms of food, unless you're buying snacks, which is also just chips and cookies and crackers.
Now, at both parks, you have to take a mode of transportation from the entrance of the park to where the trailheads start and where you can start to see the falls. On the Brazil side, you take a bus, a double-decker bus with views. It's nice. On the Argentina side of the park, you take a train, which in my opinion is a little bit more fun, a little bit more out there. And we took a little train ride up to the Devil's Throat where we saw the waterfalls. Again, we would suggest, if you have 2 days and are able to fit it in the budget, to visit both sides of the park. They offer 2 very different experiences. Like we said, a lot of trails, a lot of nature, a lot of wildlife on the Argentina side. And on the Brazil side, you can see a lot of the falls and have a lot of good panoramic views and close-up views.
But in our opinion, if you have the time and budget for only one park, we suggest the Brazil side, simply because the Brazil side can be done in a half day. Even though it's a little bit more money, you're only there for a half day. And overall, you're getting better views of the falls for your money.
Thanks for watching. We hope that this helped in your decision, potentially, for which park to go see. We'll see you in the next one. We got our tickets for the train and we're about to head up.
Hello.